Welcome to the What's Going On podcast.
What's going on?
Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect those of our sponsors. This show is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.
Take that.
Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, this is your boy Ninja,
And I am Expert Early Bird,
and this is
the What's Going On podcast.
What is Going On, people. How's everybody doing? Konnichiwa to all my people out there. I know we were not here last week, but we had things to do, kind of. So life shit. But we're back at it today again with another episode. We're gonna try to catch up with all current events, even though there's not really much going on, but the same old shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you get tired of talking about the same stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be that pod where we're always talking about the same shit. But with that being said, we're gonna be talking about the same shit because that's pretty much all there is. But of course, we'll try to throw a little spice on there to make it entertaining, so you guys are not fucking bored and just go ahead and switch. So today we'll be talking about quick rundown of what we're gonna be talking about. We'll be talking about the Diddy case for a little while. We're gonna touch on Diddy. Pause. We're gonna talk about the Diddler and CASSIE and how that shit's going. Also, I am excited, but we are gonna be talking about the Rayvon and Joey Badass. I don't want to say beef because I think beef is just overcooked. Get it? Overcooked. But damn, that was a corny ass dad joke, right? But I don't think we should say beef anymore. I think we should just say competing. You know what I'm saying? Because when teams, play against each other, they don't say, "Oh, we're beefing." They say that we're competing. So
Right.
I think we need to change that narrative and say Rayvon and Joey Badass were competing for top shotter. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about that. Also, Daylight was thrown in the mix, and a couple of other rappers that I never heard of, but I thought it was good because it kind of shed light on everybody. But we're gonna be talking about that. And what was the other topic?
Tory
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
My boy Tory Lanez. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. And those will probably be our three topics for today. So if you're interested, just hang on tight. If you're not, then you kick rocks. That's fine. Don't forget to hit us a like, share and all that good stuff. Give us the views, get us popping.
Yep.
So, but everybody knows before I like to get into anything, I always like to ask my boy, Mr. Early XP, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing good. I survived a pretty rough week, man.
Enlighten me.
Well, we've been dealing the major issue we've been dealing with the plumbing issue.
What? Plumbing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember you told me that a while back.
The bathroom was clogged up really bad. And we was dealing with it since Monday of last week.
Mm-hmm.
So we wasn't able to pod the week of.
Right. I remember you telling me that.
But so now we're able to. We're doing the pod now, so I can tell you about it. But so I come home Monday, not this Monday, but Monday of last week, and when I went to the bathroom, used the bathroom, and I flipped the toilet up, and I noticed that the water in the toilet was kind of low.
Yeah.
So I used the bathroom, flush it, goes down fine, and then later on that night, I take a shower, and now the water isn't going down the shower like I supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those were the signs that it is clogged up. And I'm thinking, I probably just have to plunge it or, do something real simple and quick. But this was we had we had to call Universal Plumbing, get them to come out here. They charged us $750. Dude had to crawl under the house and
Jesus,
do some things.
$750.
Yeah, it was. But I mean,
did he get everything fixed up though?
Yeah, we got everything fixed.
Okay.
So I come home. So we're dealing with this throughout the whole week.
Right.
So I'm having to plunge the toilet. I'm having to plunge the shower. And I come home Saturday. I walk into the house and I can smell it. And I'm like, man, that ain't good.
Yeah, no.
So I go into the bathroom and I look in the tub, and the tub is just full of sewage, bro.
Oh, yeah. Man.
And I'm like, man. And what was the panic button for this one was throughout the week it was draining. It would drain like really, really slow, but at least it was draining.
Right.
But now it's not draining at all.
Right.
And because it's not draining at all, you can't use any of the bathrooms in the house. Like the bathrooms upstairs, you can't use the sink, you can't use the toilets, you can't use the showers. Like you can't use anything because it comes out of the tub, and the tub is filling up. So I was gonna do this stuff myself. Like I was gonna go in the house myself and turn the thing loose and try to snake it out.
Yeah.
But once the tub stopped draining, I was like, okay, I feel like this is over my head. Because where the bathroom is, because I know you see that door behind me. So if I walk through that door, I take about 3 or 4 steps and make a right. That's where my bathroom is. Right. So I don't want to go to sleep and wake up. Yeah. And then there's shit. Yeah. In my bedroom, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
yo, what that dookie on the floor, bro? Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, Mr. Hanky sitting here listening, bro. Nah,
I told you, motherfuckers, I'll be back.
Yeah, so shit. I'm like, man, we're gonna call somebody, have them come out here and fix it. They came out, they fixed it. Thank you to Universal Plumbing. Everything's good now.
Thank you, Universal. All right. And at least they came back. Then they ain't like double charge you and shit, right?
No.
Yeah, because I've seen horror stories where they do shit like that and they talk about, that wasn't what we, that was some other thing. Like, okay, I get it, bro, but still, like, come on, you were just here a day ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah, and then
all right, cool.
Monday of this week, I'm on my way to work, and like I roll my window down to get the water off the window.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but so when I roll the window down, I'm still in my neighborhood, so I'm not driving like super fast, just driving. I can hear this ticking noise. I'm like, man, what is that? So I get out, and when I look, I got a screw stuck in my tire.
I was just gonna say that.
I was just gonna say that. Dang, bro, it's like just problem. But it was a simple fix, man. I plugged it, no problem.
Yeah,
everything's fine. But just been dealing with these challenges. I'm not really complaining. I'm just letting people know what's going on.
And it's so crazy when you said the shit with a tire. They're building a house, like literally right. Because I live in the dead end street, like a cul-de-sac or whatever.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm at the end. I'm literally in the middle of it. So like when you drive down the street, the house is right there,
right in front.
Like you hit that.
That's our house too.
Yeah, they're building a house like right across from where I get out.
Mm-hmm.
So like the last couple months, bro, my tire's been getting screwed in them, bro. Every fucking.
That shit is irritating, bro.
You don't. God. And I know it's not their fault, but every time I drive by that motherfucker, I fucking mean grill every goddamn Mexican white boy, bro. He could be cutting the grass, and I'm looking at this nigga like, you bitch ass nigga, bro. Because every time, bro, I'm not even kidding, bro. My tire on my Beamer been flat like at least 4 or 5 times.
No, I believe you, because my car and my mom's car, like she's had like 2. Like we had to replace her tires, like well, not replace them, but we had to plug them. She's had like two flats. I've had like 2 flats, and this is all like within a couple of weeks of each other, bro.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Literally, the week I went on my cruise, my tire was leaking. So I was like, yo, I have to fix it before I go to the cruise because it's going to be parked in Miami for mad long.
Right.
So I look for the hole. There's a screw in it. I take the screw out. I patch it in the driveway. I put the air, do all the shit, drive it around, make sure it doesn't flat again. Let it sit for a day. It was good. Drove the shit to Miami. Came back home from Miami that week. The next day, sits in the parking lot. Is low again. A different tire. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, the first time it was the front tire. The second time it was the back left tire. And now this time it was the back right tire. Twice in that one tire. I'm like, bro, this shit fuck. And it's always a broken or one of those rusty screws. Like, I'm like, bro. And I know it's from the house because they just have shit everywhere. And in Florida, it's like kind of like Georgia. There's no sidewalks.
Yeah.
So they just leave shit in the street, in the grass, and other cars kick it up. Kids, like they don't have like no room to work, so everything is just everywhere, you know. And I'm like, bro, I'm driving over these fucking nails every goddamn day, bro.
And when you walk outside and you see that flat, man, that shit it hurts.
It's irritating, bro.
Yeah, you gotta. Number one, you're not expecting that shit. Number two, you ain't. Like you kind of plan you time your day. Like it's gonna take you 30 minutes to get to work. So you didn't put the time in for a flat, changing the flat tire.
Yeah. I was so over that shit, bro. I'm telling you, like I wanted to like go to that fucking construction site and just fucking be like, who's your boss and who speaks English here, and just curse that nigga out. Because like I'm like, bro, and it's always like I would be okay if it was like a random object, like I don't know, a fucking door hinge or a piece of glass. But no, it's the same. It's screws and nails. Screws and nails. And I'm like, come on, dude. It's the only thing that makes sense is these niggas working over here. Screws and nails everywhere.
We had our roof done from that hurricane. So my mom was like, after they left, like my mom would walk the yard, she was finding nails and screws and everything. She tried to pick them up as much as she could, but man, we still catching nails
and I tell the kids all the time, I'm like, yo, because everybody think because we're in Florida they want to walk around barefooted and shit. I'm like, yo, put shoes on, please, because we're not in like Hawaii or Puerto Rico where like they don't do things like. I'm like, we in Florida, man. These niggas don't care about nothing out here. There's glass on the floor. There's nails out there. There's all types of weird shit. So please put your shoes on. I'm always telling the kids, please stop walking outside barefooted. Please put your fucking shoes on. Like, please. But hold on a second. I gotta put this shit in. I was wondering why this shit wasn't working. My fucking adapter came out. But all right, yeah. So fuck all that shit. But just to put you on, know, my week was very busy. I felt like I was just so busy, dog. Like between work and just life shit.
Yeah.
Kids are they will be out of school next week. So we're just trying to, get that shit up. The dog business is actually starting to shake a little bit. We sold our first puppy last week, and we're about to sell another one soon. We're just waiting for him to
start. Bro.
Yeah, it's starting to like all the hard work over the last year and a half is like you can start we can see the light kind of. So
okay,
we're starting to turn a profit. We sold we sold one of our Yorkies last week. We made a good bit of money off that, and we're about to sell a Chorky when he's ready and developed. He's still being nursed with the mom. We're gonna train him and then get him going, and that'll be another one. And then we got 4 more we got to sell. So it's more like the hustling is starting. It's really starting to pay off. So we're excited. Yeah, man. Cool. It's a blessing, dog. Like, me, son. I work hard to try to get shit. Like, this was just a dream and a thought, kind of like, the T-shirt stuff, and just like a thought came in my head, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try this, and see where this leads me, and I always like dogs, so it was always a no-brainer. Like, me and my wife always talked about starting a dog breeding business, but we couldn't do it in Georgia because the rental companies out there and the HOAs and all those people, like they strangle you into not being able to do anything on your own property or even your own land. You know what I'm saying? You have an HOA, you can only have like a dog or two. You know, if you live in if you live in a big place and you're renting, you know, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we had to get out of that shit.
Yeah.
That's why we pretty much, you know, we're staying out here now because, you know, we can kind of do what we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you have your own land, of course. But even when you have your own land, you got people who hate on you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everything's starting to look up, kid. Like it was a real nice feeling to sell our first dog and drive halfway, give the dog to the lady. She's super excited. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a cool feeling. So, yeah,
cool, man. Cool. That's good to hear, man. I'm happy for y'all, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. But other than that, man, work is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just hot.
Yeah.
It's starting to hit the 90s and 100s out here already. So we're trying to stay cool at work, shit like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just home shit, trying to get the kids ready. On a side note, I'll do Universal Nintendo is opening this week. I think I'm going. I don't care if I get on no rides. I just want to buy junk.
Stupid. We're supposed to be going down there in July. So,
oh God,
yeah,
it's gonna be hot as fuck. I'm telling you right now. So make sure you fucking get a good hat, get all that cool. Yeah, man, cause you're gonna be roasting out here in July.
Yeah, we gonna go to the Nintendo world.
Yeah, me and Jess were talking about that shit. You know what's so crazy?
What's up?
I told the kids, I'm like, yo, what y'all want to do this summer? They're like, nothing. I'm like, you know, I don't want to go to Disney. I don't want to go to Universal. Mario Land's about to open up. They're like, no, it's too hot. I'm like, all right, I'm going without y'all niggas. I'm going fuck. And I just was like, I want to go. I'm like, you can go. But I'm just saying, if none of y'all want to go, Daddy's leaving and going to Universal by him damn self. Bro, I'll go by myself, nigga. You know I don't give a fuck. I'll go by myself and get on the rides as happy as a shit. As a fly on shit, kid, because I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't give a fuck about it. Jess was like, yo, I want to go. I'm like, all right, cool. So if it's just me and you, it'll be way cheaper. That's for sure. And if it's just me and you, we'll get the fast pass and just hit the ride, because all the rides are indoor in Nintendo. Like,
that's what's up.
Yeah, the only ride that's indoor outdoor I think is the Yoshi ride, but most of them are just indoor rides. Like, which I think is good idea because it's so hot. Like the queues are indoor now, so that makes perfect sense. So it's not like you're sitting outside like in some of the older Disney rides. You're half out, half in, or some of them you're just straight outside. They do it different now. They built the queues inside, so everybody's inside. Like, you know, cool. It makes sense, you know. And then, like, if you're going to be outside, you know, it's because you're walking. Because that's how it was when I went to the Star Wars joint. All the ride queues were inside. I mean, yeah, there was some people standing outside. The rides were like stupid long, like you know, crazy. But most of the rides were indoors. Like, they're doing a lot of indoor rides now. Everything is like indoors. You don't ever see anything outdoors unless it's like a super big roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? But like the queues are inside, which I think is a good idea, because, yo, you standing outside for, especially if, and I would never do this, but there are people who do it. If you're waiting, bro, 3-4 hours for a ride, first of all, the longest I ever waited on a ride is probably an hour, and that was like at Six Flags. But I will never, I don't care where I go, I would never wait on a ride for 5 hours. Bro, that's half the ride there if you're coming from somewhere far. You know what I mean? Like, imagine imagine you driving from where you're at to over here, which is probably like, because from where you're at to me, it's about 4 hours. So you add another hour and a half, you'll be in Orlando. So let's say 5.5 hours is the ride, right? That's the ride just coming. Now imagine waiting another 4 hours for a ride. That's half the park's time that they're open. You know what I'm saying? Like, the park closes at 10. So let's say you get here at, 9, 10 o'clock. Like you wait 4 hours, it's already like 2, 3:30. Like what are you gonna do? Go eat and then go home? Like it's crazy. Like they don't think about all that shit, man. But they just trying to cram as much people as they can in those fucking places, dog. But I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm going to Nintendo Land. I'm gonna buy me, and they got some fly shit in that place, boy. I mean, some of the coolest shit I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, I saw some of the things, man. I'm excited for the Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm hyped for it too. So that's one of the plans. This, and I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. If you come on a day that's raining, still go. If it's fucking pouring, still go. Because one, you ain't gonna get your money back. But if you get like a fucking umbrella or a poncho, there ain't gonna be nobody there because niggas don't like the rain out here, boy. Floridians will not be outside in the rain. Yo, what are you guys doing in here? Man, my dog's in here. Go. But yeah, dude, go if it's raining because I promise you, nobody's gonna show up. The park will be empty. One time, me and Jess went to a park. I think it was Disney, and it rained a little bit. That motherfucker was slap empty, bro. We were running around that shit like we owned it. I think it was Disney a couple years ago. I want to say it was Disney. I think, more than a couple years ago. It was a long time ago. I think it was my honeymoon. It rained. Yeah. All right. So enough about our bullshit lives. Let's get to these topics, son. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. What are we talking about?
First up, we're talking about Diddy and his trial.
Okay.
So far, we've had several people take the stand. We had a male escort to take the stand. Cassie took the stand. Diddy's assistant took the stand. Cassie's mom took the stand. And Dawn Richard from one of, I think it's Dirty Money. I think that's where she's from.
Yeah, the white girl. Yeah.
She took the stand. Now when the male escort took the stand, what his testimony was opposite of what the prosecution was trying to portray Diddy as, because they're trying to portray Diddy as he's orchestrating all of these free calls and he's forcing Cassie to do these things. But the male escort got on stand and said that it was Cassie that was orchestrating the free calls. So
I heard that too.
Him being on the stand kind of messed up the prosecution's case, the angle that they was taking. And then of course Cassie took the stand, and that's really like the main witness. And when she took the stand, man, it's like the only thing that really came out about Diddy is his sexuality.
Yeah.
But he's not on trial for anything sexual. He's on trial for racketeering, right?
Right. And sex trafficking and all that shit, yeah.
Okay, so racketeering and sex trafficking. But I feel like the information that's coming out is not helping prove that he's guilty. It's like all you're doing, you're just finding out his sexuality.
Yeah, you found out that he just like to fucking do weird shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess you just have to sit back and pay attention to the trial more to see what's going to happen and what's come out. But so far, I just don't see any information that will make me say, okay, yeah, I think Diddy's guilty of this stuff. But like I say, the only thing that came out is the sexuality. But so this is my main thing about the Diddy case. Like, this is my question, and I feel like this is a very big question that a lot of people have been asking and debating. In this case or whatever, between Diddy and Cassie, people are asking: is Cassie, is she's just as guilty as, or maybe not as guilty as Diddy, but is she's guilty as well? Like for the role that she played.
You want to hear my honest opinion on that part? I think she is.
I think she is too.
I mean, I don't. Let's keep it a beam, bro. Like, you with this dude for 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're living this lifestyle that nobody else can afford or ever touch on.
Mm-hmm.
And you mean to tell me you are not down for the shit he's into? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're saying that you had to run away and your friends and blah blah blah. Like, yo, I get all that, but yo, one thing I've learned in the many years on this earth is that even if you can coerce somebody into doing these things,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's not hard to pull the plug on it if you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen people, the same way I could tell, for instance, somebody, yo, do this and it'll make your life good. Do this, it'll make your life good. Do this, it'll make your life good.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't do it, and you fuck all your shit up. Like, that was a decision you made. So, okay, why you can't make that same decision if it's not good? If somebody's making you or telling you or you're doing bad things with somebody, why do you keep doing it? Why you don't just be like, I don't want to do that, and then like make your life good? It's like, I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't get the human psyche. I don't understand why people, it's easy to do fuck shit and it's harder to do good shit. Like,
I know what you mean.
like, it's not hard to be a good person and do
it's
things
not.
that are good.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost harder for me to do fuck shit, like not listen to somebody or get advice or not take care of my family. Like, people find that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people really find taking care of things hard. So why you can't do that in your life? Like, I don't know. It just, I feel like she didn't take care of business in her life because she just wanted to have the money, and the money is
Mm-hmm.
like, half these chicks just want the bread, bro. They'll do anything for it. You see it every day on Instagram. I mean, Cassie was the exception, bro. You know what I mean?
My opinion on Cassie. Okay. I don't think she's. I'm not going to use the word guilty, but I will say I don't think she's completely innocent in all of this.
No,
I
definitely
think it wasn't her. Maybe it wasn't her idea to do some of these things, but the fact that she was around and okay with it, that makes you guilty by association, right?
not. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know about any of the other stuff like the violence and all of that, but let's just keep it at the freak offs as they call them, because they're trying to make it seem as if Diddy forced her to do all of this stuff. But from the testimonies and from what's coming out, Cassie was the one who was really orchestrating these things. Like there was even some messages where Diddy was like, because they had like she had like a movie premiere or something, and Diddy was saying like how proud she was. And
yeah, I think I heard about this too on
and she wanted to celebrate.
Yeah.
And she wanted to celebrate by having a freak off. But Diddy was saying, well, maybe we shouldn't. But she wanted to do the freak off.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, go ahead, you set it up. You know what you like." Yeah.
So that like information like that will make me sit back and say, okay, you're not as innocent as you claim to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like with a lot of this stuff, man, people will go along with it, or they're okay with it as long as they're getting something out of it. But the moment they stop getting what they want, or they don't get what they was promised, okay, well now you're a bad guy. Now I'm gonna destroy
I'm gonna
you.
sue you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly my point. Like, even with the thing that's going on with Shannon Sharp, everybody is accusing somebody of SA. You know what I'm saying? And they sue them. Bro, if somebody SAs or assaults, me, I like, my first thing is not to want to sue them, is to put them in jail.
Right.
And I think that's what that whole thing with Jay-Z and that girl went good, because he was like, nah, if this is the point, we're going to court and I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you because you now you're lying. Like, you don't just go straight for the money. Maybe go for criminal and then sue him, so it doesn't look so bad and you don't look so thirsty. But no, they go straight for the bread. So that goes to tell me that you were okay with it, bro. But now it went south, and now you want a payday, and that's what Cassie did.
So did you hear about Smokey Robinson, his case?
No, I'd heard somebody that, but I think I heard about it, but I didn't know how true this shit was. Is that really going on?
Yes.
Bro.
He's been accused of sexual assault from his maids, and the Joe Budden podcast was talking about it.
Bro,
And
come
them
on,
clowns.
bro. Oh man, I bet they were going crazy. I ain't hear this one.
They believe that Smokey was capable of doing what he's accused of.
Okay, I mean, of course. Anybody's capable of anything.
Maybe I worded it wrong. These niggas are convinced he did that
Okay,
shit.
okay, there you go. I mean, not for nothing, man. You got to remember these. And how long ago was this? Was this like ages ago? This is recently that they're coming out. Like, did he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, did this happen like 20 years ago?
Okay, it happened years ago, but it's just now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, they look, listen. Ever since they passed that law, and this I think during the Bill Cosby trial, that there's no time frame when you can file let's say a thing because of people who get kidnapped or whatever. Bro, that law was set into motion just so they could put Bill Cosby in jail and R. Kelly and all the rest of these guys. And you know what I'm saying?
I want to say it was someone else that got accused too, but it's like a younger person.
I don't know, but
it's so hard to believe because Odell Beckham and Drewski was accused of SA.
Yeah.
And Drewski wasn't even rich and famous at that time. Like he was.
That's what I'm saying. Now he is.
She was saying that the SA happened in New York, but at that time Drewski was in Atlanta, and they was able to prove this because he was on the phone. He made a phone call at that time. So,
but that's what I'm saying. He wasn't famous then, so it make no sense. Even if he did, let's just say he did. Let's say he did SAR. Why she ain't call the cops? This was a long time ago. If he was broke, there was nothing to sue, so she should have called the cops and he would have went to jail. But no, she let it pass, or maybe it never even happened, and she had sex with him a long time ago, and now she's calling it an SA because he's rich or he got bread now. She's trying to sue. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you who's not going to get caught up in these lawsuits. You ready? Neo. Because bro, y'all niggas can say whatever y'all want. My man Neo is not getting caught up in this mess. You know why?
Hello?
You know why? Because he put that shit on national television. Hey, I am fucking these bitches right here. What's your name? Shaniqua? Jennifer? Yeah, you see them? They all say, yeah, we with him. So, listen, he's not, say what you want. He's not stupid. He put all of them on the camera. They sit behind him and say, yeah, we do. Good job, Neo. I applaud that boy.
His name,
he ain't stupid.
His name did come up in the Diddy case, though.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure he was around. But this was before he opened up the door for his polyamorous lifestyle now.
Yeah.
So like they could easily say, oh well, he's poly. He was there, doing his poly thing. So it doesn't even matter. But he ain't gonna be in no courtroom because they all signing off on national television. I applaud that boy.
That's true. That is true.
Yep. Now I'll tell you who needs to watch out. Usher. If Usher gets called in the courtroom, 100% he did it, bro. That nigga is wilding, bro. He be on stage doing all types of weird shit. Listen, if Usher slides through this one without getting called on that stage, I mean on that thing, he better go somewhere and retire. Stop singing to old grandmas and ladies in the thing and putting bananas down their throats and shit. Like, yeah, bro, that motherfucker, boy. You could tell by the way he be doing shit in his shows that if he was at a freak off, Usher done stuck something down in one of your hoes, bro. And it wasn't his shit. It was some weird shit, bro. Perfume bottle or something.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Like I say, man, the question that I wanted to ask so far is, Cassie, like what like how does people feel about her innocence in this case? And both you and I feel that she's not innocent in this. But I would really love to know what people think about Cassie's innocence on this topic, man. So please comment, leave your opinions in the comments. So
yeah, they for sure want to know.
Yeah.
About Diddy.
Why are you gay?
Yep.
Bro, it's crazy because
You are gay.
he's stupid. That's the only thing that came out so far. That
yeah, it's just his preference of getting raw dogged or whatever he's into, bro. That has nothing to do with sex trafficking at all. This is just a money grab, humiliation.
Yeah, humiliation.
Tactic to get him out of the spotlight, to get all that money away. Trust me, he done probably, I don't want to say fucked over, but the way Diddy run shit, I would say he probably fucked somebody over, and this is how they retaliate. And I'm pretty sure it had to do a lot with that lawsuit with
that liquor company.
That liquor company, bro. I'm telling you, I'm almost 100% sure.
Yeah,
these niggas are like mafias out here, bro. The companies, they run like mafias, bro. They just have different standards, and if you don't oblige by them, bro, you end up in the courtroom, bro, doing this shit. They're laughing at him right now, bro, in Italy somewhere or wherever the fuck they brew that fucking shit.